Hello friends, welcome to my channel Scientist Words. I am your friend Ashwin. Today we are tackling one of the most challenging yet rewarding parts of the GRE verbal section, test completion. Many students find these questions intimidating because they test both vocabulary and your ability to understand context. By the end of the session, you will have a clear, repeatable process for answering any test completion question. Think of this as your secret recipe for turning those intimidating blanks into easy points. Let's dive in and build your confidence for the test day. Test completion questions are essentially fill in the blank puzzles. You will see sentences or short passages with 1 to 3 blanks, and your job is to choose the best word from given options. These questions don't just test vocabulary, they also check your understanding of sentence structure and context. You need to select answers that make the sentence both grammatically correct and logically coherent. Mastering these means you're not just memorizing words, but truly understanding how they fit together in context. The first step, though simple, is crucial. Read the entire sentence thoroughly. Don't just skim for the blanks. Pay attention to the meaning, tone, and flow. Look for transition words such as however, because, or although, which signal relationships between ideas. These clues help you anticipate what kind of word is needed. Skipping this step is like trying to solve a puzzle without seeing the full picture. Take a moment to understand before moving forward. Here is an example. Although she was known for her blank, her recent actions were surprisingly blank. Before even you see the options, you must think what are the possibility of the two blanks here. For example, I can provide an answer 1 which emphasizes a positive change. Although she was known for her conservatism, her recent actions were surprisingly progressive. Another possible answer which emphasizes a negative change. Although she was known for her good humor, her recent actions were surprisingly gloomy. Before you even peek at the answer choices, try to predict the type of word that should go in each blank. This keeps you focused on the sentence logic, not distracted by trap answers that sound good but don't fit. Making a prediction based on context helps you stay objective. If you know the sentence is positive, negative, or contrasting, you can anticipate the right kind of word. This step is key to avoiding common pitfalls and increases your accuracy. Here's another example. The scientist's groundbreaking research was blank by her peers as both innovative and blank. The correct answer is the scientist's groundbreaking research was recognized by her peers as both innovative and groundbreaking. Here's why. Recognized implies that the peers acknowledge the importance of the research. Groundbreaking builds on the existing knowledge and opens door to more discoveries, which is characteristic of innovative research. Clue words are your best friends in test completion. They signal how different parts of the sentence relate contrast, similarity, or cause and effect. For example, however or despite signals a shift or contradiction, while because or therefore shows cause and effect. Spotting these clues is like finding road signs that guide you to the right answer. The better you get at identifying them, the easier it is to select the correct words for the blanks. Here's another example. Frustrated that the GRE question was so easy, Faye blank her book out of the window with such blank that it soared high into the sky. The answer is Faye threw her book out the window with such force that it soared high into the sky. Here's why. Threw fits logically with the context of someone being frustrated and throwing an object. Other options like tossed or plunge could also be used, but threw is a good fit. Force. The description of the book soaring high into the sky Sky suggests a strong and powerful movement. Force fits best here. Other options like momentum or swiftness could also work, but force is the strongest option. Let's apply our strategy in real-time examples. Here is one practice question for a single blank example. The politician's speech was so blank that even his critics were impressed by his clarity and logic. First, look for the clues. Even his critics were impressed, which suggests that speech was positive and clear. Predict a word like persuasive or clear. Eliminate negative or irrelevant options like bombastic or ambiguous. The best fit is eloquent, which means fluent and persuasive in speaking or writing. This is how you turn strategy into points. Double blank questions require careful attention to the clues. Here is an example for double blank example. Despite her reputation for blank, she surprised everyone by making a decision that was both blank and well considered. The word despite signals a contrast between her reputation and her decision. Predict indecisive for the first blank and something positive like practical for the second. Eliminate pairs that don't match the logic or tone. The correct answer is indecision, pragmatic. She was known for indecision but acted pragmatically. Here, indecision, pragmatic are the correct answers. Triple blank questions can seem overwhelming, but we can break them down. Focus on the relationship between technical skill and emotional depth. Here's an example. The artist's work was celebrated not only for his technical brilliance but also for his ability to evoke emotions that were both blank and blank. It was this unique combination of skill and emotional depth that made his art truly blank. Please focus on the relationship between technical skill and emotional depth. As I said earlier, the first two blanks should be positive emotional words. The third should suggest something extraordinary. Visceral, poignant and transcendent fits perfectly for this example, matching the sentence tone and meaning. Practice breaking complex questions into smaller parts for more clarity. To excel at text completion, make vocabulary building a daily habit, prioritizing words that frequently appear on the GRE. Read challenging material and practice identifying relationship transitions and relationship between ideas. Use official GRE practice questions to familiarize yourself with real test formats. Stay calm during the test. Don't overthink and trust your process. Finally, review your mistakes after practice sessions to identify patterns and avoid repeating them. You now have a step-by-step strategy for every test completion question you will face. Remember to read carefully, predict before looking at options, and use clue words to guide you. Consistent practice will make these steps second nature. The more you review and the refine your approach, the more confident you will become. With these tools, you are ready to turn every blank into a point. Good luck. Thank you very much for watching this video about the text completion step-by-step strategy and practice mastering GRE verbal reasoning one blank at a time. Tackling text completion is about more than vocabulary. It's about logic, context and precision. The key takeaway is read carefully, predict before you pick choices and eliminate strategically to find the best fit. One blank at a time, one strategy at a time. Sharpen your thinking and the score will follow. Thanks again for watching. See you guys in my next video. Bye bye.